Wendina and with the agency public information officer, Candy Loopy. We may be moving, but your people are still going to be here, and there's still information available without the fire. Our phone number and email will still be up for a day or two, but you can continue to get any information on your Facebook pages and through your agency here as time continues on. Do we have any more questions for any of our experts here? Councilwoman.
It was when the Fall River, the Fall River and the White River come together, rising here. So this is the White River, Black River, and then the salt starts. This is kind of running right at that spot right here, this last little finger on the top. So the salt will start here and come down. So a lot of work was again prepped on this side of the salt, all the way over to the White River, Black River crossing. So they were calling this piece here the island, between the two rivers. Any other questions? I think that was a good question, Medina. I think that initial couple days when it was running really hard, with the fuels as dry as they were, as hot as it was definitely concerning, and again is why they called us. If you really push the car fast, if it had kept up that for the next couple days, it would have had the opportunity to cross. One of the things that happened here that's good to note is right here is what was the popcorn fire. We were going to hear on that, I remember, was where the popcorn fire was. This run ran into the old popcorn fire and ran out of fuel. It couldn't go any further. As well as the transition from a more ponderosa pine, big conifer to that pinyon juniper pine. So it really kind of ran out of fuel pipes, hit an old fire scar from the past. So again, this treatment here is going to be wildfire, and the future is going to be there for the next 10 or 15 years, protecting any other fires that want to run up this way. So, in places where it started, the first few days, first week, a little lower intensity, but that day, those 2 days, the 1st and 2nd of July, it really got up and it made some pretty intense runs in there. So I personally haven't shown it. I want to show Jeremy did. Some of the intensities that may be seen in there were probably pretty severe. Are you still in danger? No, sir. At this time, with the monsoon flow, with the work that these firefighters have done, I feel very confident that the fire will not cross the salt, or even on this side of the Black River and the White. We have again like touch with it, that area here that's treated, that is out there for future use for sky fire, for additional fire that may be in the area at a later date. But at this time, I'm not concerned with the fire progression anymore. JAYE'S, I'm not quite familiar with the local. It's on this side? Okay, I'm not quite sure where that is. I haven't heard that term on a map. Anybody? More south over here? Up there? More up in this area, I believe. I haven't heard of that. good point. That's again, work with your local folks. Those are areas that you might want to look at as training for the future. Training those areas where you can rushing and get the fire. Who is the question on the list? The Hilltop Lookout is way down south down here. Hilltop, originally our camp, what we call Spike, is right here, but the Hilltop Lookout was here. So White River Crossing's here. Absolutely, just for sure. It's all still on the south side of Salt and Black River. Any more questions? Absolutely, and again, it's that time of year we're in, correct? I mean, that time of year when it started, the wildfire. Remember the wildfire did exactly that. The wildfire ran through fields like that. So again, this fire has a potential. The weather was really in our favor when this team came in. The weather perfect, and we were able to use that to our advantage. So now, and again, in the change of field type, so from Ponderosa pine to the Pinyon juniper type. So that was a benefit for us. We're able to pick it up from this time of year on. The chances of not happening are relatively low. Okay, we'll try one more. One more question. Okay, the Black River crossing, I'll try not to trip, is right there at the stop. At this time, I would not plan on any evacuation. That would be for a future fire, for future things like that. You work with your community and your local EOC to plan for that for the future. Where would you go on that case? But at this time, no evacuations, no pre-evacuations are ordered or planned. Okay. Correct. A lot of the increase in acres. If you go back to the progression there, if it's possible, the increase of acres again. Those 2 big days, we're right through the middle of the Vegas run, and the increase in acres you see up through yesterday. This was us actually actively putting fire on the ground, using fire to come out to the road and bringing fire back down. It's basically a lower intensity, trying to protect the trees as best as we could and secure the safety of our firefighters. So that's what you see the increase of acres on a daily basis. They finished up some pieces in here last night, yesterday, so this is all completed. So that's finally 34,000, 34,000 as of late last night. Yes. You go across the river, change the fuel type. The firefighters are still out here right now, but again, like Jeremy said, it took a really big dose of water. It's rain and hail, so mostly, you'll see upland leaving tomorrow. We'll try back into the rest of our folks on the other side and slowly release them as they go here within the next couple days. They'll be leaving St. Carlos early Thursday, I think. That's what I'll talk to tonight. We'll talk with Thomas Skinner, get a safety firefighter safety we have out there equipment. So when we get to that point, talk about that. Get that out. The local agency really needs to do. Absolutely. Really rough terrain, very remote terrain, very hard to get access to. Just again, for us to drive from Canyon Day all the way around to here, it was almost 3 hours. So, and then for the folks to access that map, the operations that they only had. So just coming into the access the Salt River, so leaving Canyon Day and coming up on the highway and then down in, this would take our folks at least an hour a day just to get into that place, get the access and start working. So this country out here, extremely remote, very hard for us to get supplies, equipment, some of the dozers you see out there, the heavy equipment, took us hours and hours to get down into this place. So now we're using as much as we can before we pull them out. Absolutely. So the Bike Take Fire was an initial attack that was started by lightning. When we came in and set up our camp, we worked with third party, we worked with pilots, we identified some local initial attack areas. The Bike Take Fire is actually right here. You see on the map, started by a lightning strike. It was actually outside of our area of response to the team. So we coordinated with the local agency. They actually took 2 third-party vehicles before it started. It was around 5 to 20 acres. When they got on scene, they spent the night out there. They talked to us. The next day, we provided a helicopter and the Florida Apache 1 crew. They went out there and they were able to contain that fire the next day. The 32 acres. We kept it small, but we wanted to support that. We did not want that to get established any larger than it was. It's a good coordination between the team and the local agency. Okay. I appreciate all your time again. We've been here only a week. We've been tired. We've been on the road with you. We've been fighting fire. Arizona, New Mexico. You know I'm tired when I call my office chief by the wrong name. So it's like, the most we time to go home, and you could do is you go get some rest and take a nap. So, again, we've had a big pleasure to be here. We've been here before. Anticipate we'll be back sometime. As long as the family will come here to go to both St. Carlos as well as the White House. That's good. That's it. Thank you. All right, with that, see what's going to be there. Obviously, I didn't bring. But thanks again for the issue of your community. Moving forward, we should be out around noon tomorrow. And hopefully, we don't see each other. And we see each other as well. Thank you.
Well, other than that, thank you, and Ashok, thanks for having us into your community.